Good morning, Facebook. I am in a dilemma this morning. I never thought I would be doing this, but after many failed attempts at trying to contact resources, trying to contact representatives, ABC6 on your side, Columbus, I am now at the point where this is something I must do. I just finished getting over a sepsis infection which nearly cost me my life at the end of October. I'm dealing with a slumlord that is not taking care of the property, to whereas the mobile home I was living in now is being infested with rats, and also the owner has also deliberately thrown trash on the floor to make it look real bad, to where my trailer is uninhabitable. Had a water leak, they never did stop it. I went back and I see that somehow, some way they got it stopped, but the damage is already done. Bathroom floor is damaged, water's going all under my bed, all on the rug, and it's causing mold. I'm doing my best whenever I can. I have no means of transportation. This quote-unquote property manager had my vehicles towed. I have been in a nursing home under doctor's care for some time now. I'm healed up and I cannot go back to the place of residence. So, when all is said and done, I'm ready to be discharged. But now this discharge comes under scrutiny, and I need somebody to help me as I try to reach out to everyone and everybody. I've reached out to many organizations, the Centers for Disability, even reached out to the seniors and all this, to where they have places to where if you're like disabled regardless of age, you are to get a place. Most of these places have a huge waiting list. You cannot get into them, and there are some places to where, okay, you got an apartment that's reasonable, 4 or 5, 600, and which one was even 700, which basically will almost take my whole entire Social Security disability check. But to make a long story short, I'm over at the nursing home, Embassy of Woodview, on Clime Rd here in Columbus. Something needs to be said right now. If you do have any relatives or anybody or want to come over here, and you know what, it is not on the doctors whatsoever. The nurses are good, and then they got some good nurses, and then you got some that are outsourced that are just totally bad. But we're dealing with a bad administrator here, which the administration just changed a little over a month ago. This guy is so hell-bent on getting me out here because they said now I owe $36,000 and Medicaid won't take care of it. And then we also have a social worker here. And I still say that she does not know what she's doing, because when I was on Medicaid, I was on Medicaid December, January, February. There's a organization called the Home Choice Program, to which I meet all the qualifications of it. But now that it's March, now I'm no longer on Medicaid, I'm now on Medicare. That other organization would have helped me get a place, had the down payment, I would have been situated, I would have been fine. Now I'm not. Then we got this evil administrator, Kaholic here, and what he's doing is that I did file an appeal. I even went and filed an appeal with the ombudsman. The ombudsman was being very arrogant, did a spin doctor job, then going to mention to me how much money is owed, where nothing was ever said to me about money. $36,000 to be exact. They're more concerned about the money than anything else, than even my health or even my well-being. And then going to say, well, didn't you volunteer any money? There was no mention of any money. It was signing appeal after appeal after appeal, which basically all of that's failed now. Now, come tomorrow, March 31st, let me tell you what's about to happen to me. They're discharging me, and they're getting ready to dump me off at the Woodspring Extended Stay out here in Grove City, Ohio, tomorrow. Because I'm looking everywhere, day and night, Craigslist, you name it, Facebook, all the resources. They even gave me a book of resources, which all that has a whole bunch of jibber jabber of all these places and stuff. They're all booked. What are you going to do when you get to one dead end, to another dead end, to another dead end, to another dead end, and they act like you're not doing anything? So what's getting ready to happen tomorrow, folks, is they're getting ready to discharge me, in which I did file an appeal. I have nowhere to go, nowhere to live, and I'm going to tell you what's about to happen. They're dumping me off at this Woodspring Suites tomorrow. My Social Security disability check will only cover 2 weeks. 2 weeks. When my money is all ran out and gone from Social Security, I'm out on the street, homeless. This is not supposed to happen. I'm hoping my friends and everybody pass and distribute this video, and hopefully it gets to the right person or persons. Maybe they can help me with a place, you know, within reason, to where I can stay there, or somebody can maybe get a politician or something involved to put a stop to this. This is an atrocity. You're going, because of what, $36,000? You're more concerned about the money and so much for the Hippocratic Oath? But it's not the doctors, it's not the physicians here. A lot of them been real cool. Love them to death. They're kind of like family, since most of my family's already gone. But it's this administrator here at this nursing home, Embassy of Woodview on Clime Rd, that's just being a total ass. And regardless of anything, he's so hell-bent, probably because of the complaints that are already against him, aside from the complaints I put against him, because they're running this place like a prison camp. You talking about Nazism? This guy takes the cake. So I'm hoping ABC6 on your side gets in touch with me. I left messages for you. I left a message with the representative Mike Carey of the 15th district here. And I'm hoping somebody can put a stop to this, or at least tell this place to keep me here until a reasonable place is found, and not some place to where I'm going to be homeless and dumped out on the street after 2 weeks because I cannot afford it, and their rates are ridiculous. $459 a week. After 2 weeks, my check is gone, and I'm out on the street. I'm permanently and partially disabled. I could barely walk, have nerve damage, damage in the spine, C3, C4, C6, C7, and everything from L2 to S1 is damaged. Complex regional pain syndrome, lumbar spondylosis. I'm walking with a quad cane, folks. And there are some times in which I try to work through the pain, and even being out there, and you know, with most of these places that are, as far as homeless shelters, you stay there overnight, and the first thing they do is boot you out in the morning. And then what are you supposed to do? Just wander the damn streets until later on at night? My body and my health cannot take that. And before this atrocity goes unheard, I feel that maybe this may be my only option, is to go on Facebook and at least tell my story, and maybe there's something somebody can do. I've even tried to get money raised, but now, like I said, I'm also dealing with a slumlord. He had both of my vehicles towed, knowing that I'm currently in here sick. They never did give me a lease, and I have not had a lease in over 2 years, and I've been requesting it time and time again. This guy is running an entire illegal operation, which I even had to call the police on the property manager. But this is a disgrace. I've reached out for help, and even to when I reached out for help with people in the mobile home park, a lot of the good people, they have already left and moved, but just left with certain assholes that are still around that won't help or do anything, to where it nearly cost me my life. And you don't go back to where you're not wanted, to where you don't get any help at all, because if I had waited one more day, I would have died. That's a given. But if anybody knows any resources, anybody can be of any help, or get this video to the proper people that may be able to do something, because I've been running into stalemates over and over again. Their resource books, I went and called all their resources. There's nothing that can be done. It's a waiting period, 6 to 9 months, up to 2 years. And they say, oh, we gave you all this literature and everything. It ain't going to do nothing to where you get no every time and everything's all booked up. And now you want to dump me off at a Woodspring Extended Stay out in Grove City to where my check will only cover for 2 weeks before I'm tossed out on the street and homeless. What a good way to be irresponsible and not even care about the people that you're supposed to care for in a nurse home because you're worried about $36,000. Try Medicare, try Medicaid. My Medicaid ended, and if they had acted on the ball between December and February, there was a home choice program when I was on Medicaid that they would, I met all the criteria. But now when they came on the 3rd of March here to my room, signed up for it, then they say my Medicaid was inactive. Looked into it, now they took me off of Medicaid, put me on Medicare because I'm $7 over the limit. So now I got dumped on the Medicare, but they raised one and not the other. So now I'm no longer eligible for the home choice program. This could have been done months ago. And now I'm about to be dumped tomorrow, March 31st, out at a Woodspring Extended Stay hotel. And after 2 weeks, I will be homeless. They know this. They just want me out of their here, and all they're concerned about is the money. So much for Hippocratic Oath, so much about caring for the people. But you just want to get me out of here. I don't want to be here no more than I have to. But at the same token, wait till at least something comes available, or at least hopefully this video will get out to the appropriate people. And the money raised was not really much enough to really try to do something, to even try to get a better place. And then I got ripped off for $50 after having an application ran, knowing damn good and well they want to turn me down anyway because I'm on Social Security disability, and there's no way my income is going to be 3 times the amount of what the rent is. And to me, that's just another form of discrimination. It's guaranteed money every month. I've always paid on time, at least up until this happened. But then, too, they never provided me a lease. They won't do anything over where I'm at, and my trailer is uninhabitable. That is a done deal. Trying to find somebody to help me at least get a ride to where I can get over to this trailer and get whatever valuables I have. And mostly it's camera equipment. I'm a freelance photographer. It's always been my passion. And I have like my darkroom stuff. I have my computer and stuff there. It's going to be a pain, literally. Try to go in, try to go through all that mess to whatever happened over the months that I was not there, and get my belongings out, never to look there again, and to work with an attorney to take this scumbag out, to take them out, sue them. I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And now I'm in a nursing home, and I mean, it ain't going to kill them for them to wait and just give me a little more time when things are starting to open up, and people, of course, are leaving, and tenants are changing, to where I can hopefully get someplace reasonable. Or if anybody in the Facebook world or community can offer me something reasonable within my means. I'm not filthy rich. I never will be. But I have a limited amount of funds, and I've even considered even leaving this state, even possibly Florida. But then, too, that's going to take my whole check as well, too. But here in Columbus, this place is so dysfunctional. This city is so dysfunctional. I reach out, and I've called, and nobody seems to help, or nobody has the resources to help me. So please, if anybody knows of any resources, anybody has a place where I could live within reason, and oh yeah, by the way, I will be working on getting a service dog, or even training a service dog, because I do need one. But other than that, if somebody can stop this atrocity from happening tomorrow, it'll be greatly appreciated. I'm already safe and sound in a nursing home, and right now everything is all booked up. And then you have these unreasonable people that you are permanently partially disabled, you're on SSDI, that's a guaranteed government check every month, and they expect you to have 2.5 to 3 times of what the rent is. That makes no sense, and in my opinion, it's just another way of a disguise of discrimination against the disabled and those that are on SSDI. I've called senior citizens places, I've called places for disabled. Everybody's booking. There's a very huge waiting list. But you have these landlords out here that are making ridiculous demands to where you have the money, you can pay your rent, you can even get on PIP or LIHEAP or something like that to help with the electric bills, stuff like that. But then at the same token, they want you to be showing where you have 2.5, or 3 times the rent. That is impossible. And in my opinion, that's just a way to weed out people that are disabled, those that are elderly, that are on a fixed income. It's a damn shame. But please, anybody out there is able to help me, please do so. Private message me. Let me know if there's anything that I can do, because I exhausted every resource. They gave me these books and papers, and it's all led to a dead end. So if somebody can help me, please reach out, get in touch with me. Thank you for your time.